Hey sis, happy Monday. I cannot wait to talk to you today about the benefits of journaling. Okay, now before you dismiss today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how journaling actually helped save my life. And if you have fear, if fear is keeping you stuck in restrictive behaviors, then you're going to want to listen in to the 7 benefits that I talk about today, because I know journaling is going to help you as you navigate freedom from disordered eating. Let's go. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you, because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in the destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it, so you can start living your best life as your best self. Is fear keeping you stuck in the disordered cycle? Is fear keeping you stuck in restrictive behaviors? Are you actually terrified to recover inside because you feel like if you do, you're not sure who you're going to be anymore? And if you do, will you even miss your dear friend, your eating disorder? These are thoughts and things that I processed as well in my recovery journey. And I was able to work through those things. But I personally believe that one of the major reasons that I'm even here on the show talking to you today is because I learned the valuable skill of journaling. Journaling changed my life. It actually saved my life. And journaling is an age-old technique. I know it's from the 10th century that is scientifically proven to significantly benefit your physical and your mental health. And we hear it all the time. I mean, we're in a culture of all the fancy journals and more journal prompts and more journal apps. But today I want you to understand that journaling doesn't have to be hard. Actually, the more simple it is, the better it is for your brain. According to Habit Better, roughly 8% of the world population actually keeps a journal. And only 22% of people indicate that they've journaled in their lifetime. And according to the National Institute of Health, 26% of adults 18 and older suffer from a diagnosable mental disorder in any given year. That is 1 in every 4 adults. Many people suffering with more than just one. And did you know that eating disorders have the highest mortality rate of any other mental illness? On top of that, half of Americans will experience a mental illness in their lifetime. And sister, 4.5 million kids live with anxiety disorders. So why am I sharing with you these statistics? Because I truly believe that even though I'm no clinician and I'm no researcher, I'd go as far to say that we need to slow down as a culture, and instead of this flux of information overload, we actually need to give our brain time to process. All of this information, it goes into our mind every single day. And it's important that we give ourselves grace. Grace to weed through all the things, grace to filter out all the things, and to process over our thoughts and our feelings about our lives, much less about our body and our relationship with it and the food that we put into it. When my therapist told me years ago to start journaling as part of a personal recovery practice, I believe I actually laughed at her face. I think I said, about what? Like affirmations? I didn't even believe that journaling would help me recover from my eating disorder. But I was wrong. And sis, maybe you've been toying with the idea of dipping into journaling here and there because you know it's a good mindfulness technique that can help you process your feelings. But I just wanted to share and start off by sharing statistics, because it's time that we go back to the basics in order to heal our bodies. It's time that we stop just ingesting all of this content and information and every single thing that Instagram and the socials do to our minds every single day, causing us to hate our lives, hate our bodies, draw closer to our disordered behaviors, and sit miserable in comparison. I, at one point, truly didn't believe that journaling was an avenue that was going to help me, save me from me. But I knew what I was doing was wrong. I knew the things and the thoughts that I was experiencing were leading me down a bad road. And I couldn't go any further down. I had to change. And so if you're at that place today, I want you to embrace today's episode. There are a gazillion benefits of journaling, but for purposes of the show today and to keep it short and sweet for you, I'm going to share 7 different benefits of journaling with you to encourage you to make journaling an avid daily practice. Number 1, journaling reduces anxiety and depression, and it actually increases optimism in you while boosting your immune system. In addition, researchers have shown improved organ function simply from journaling. Number 2, journaling allows you to get out of what is in your mind versus holding all of that in. This is called increased cognitive processing. All the things that we hold on to every single day, those voices that we're not good enough, those voices that we're not small enough, those voices and beliefs over and over and over that we've been telling ourselves in our mind. How do you expect to find freedom from an eating disorder or an unhealthy relationship with food and behaviors that you're engaging in if you're not getting any of that out of your mind? Journaling allows you to get out what is going in. Number 3, it promotes healing and acceptance. Writing is tranquil. Writing is a healing practice. When you write, you read. This creates improved memory function. When you write down positive things over and over and over, it allows you to see patterns. It actually allows you to believe or to start believing what it is you're writing. Number 4, it calms the brain and the body. This leads to stress resilience, allowing you to leverage writing versus going to these negative coping mechanisms. In fact, when I was in the worst of the worst with my anorexia, every single time I felt like I wanted to do something like over-exercise or restrict food or distract myself versus actually getting a meal or something to eat, I would start replacing that with a positive coping strategy like journaling. Let me go get my snack. And then after my snack, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to journal and I'm going to be intentional and I'm going to get out the thoughts that are in my mind. Maybe you need to do that today, friend. Maybe you need to get it out. Maybe you need to do exactly what I did. I hate this freaking snack right now. I hate that I have to sit here and eat it. I hate that I'm so scared to gain weight, and yet I'm doing the thing anyways because I know on the opposite side of this action, one day I'm gonna wake up free. It allows your brain to be calm. It allows your body to be at peace. Number 5, it gives you reset and redirection. Journaling actually creates space and distance from the things you're thinking about. And it allows you time to reframe, to reset, and to redirect. As you're writing, you're thinking about what you're writing. And if you don't spend time thinking about what you're thinking about, how are you going to get it out? How are you going to make a change? How are you going to show up differently? Number 6, journaling allows you to practice compassion for the journey and gratitude for all that you've done. Sis, when you're listing what you have overcome, when you're listing what you've accomplished, what you're grateful for, this actually helps give you hope during the hard. It actually helps you to process all that you have done. I encourage journaling with my private coaching clients because it's a way to look at all you've accomplished. How are you going to remember the hard days if you don't get out the hard things? How are you going to remember the small wins that feel massive to you in the moment 5 years from now, a month from now? Journaling helps you process. Number 7, it helps you reflect and recover. You can go back and read your journal. You can go back and read your journey. And on the hard days, you can go back to the inspirational things inside of that place. And you can sit there and you can say, you know what? Today might feel hard. Today might suck. But last week, look at this win I had. That gives you motivation, momentum, and it sparks your ability to want to keep going down the path. It shows your progress. So if you have this fear, this debilitating fear that's keeping you stuck in restrictive behaviors, I encourage you to start journaling. Journaling allows you to develop what is called a coherent narrative. And this simply means that you can take the experiences and the events in your life and you can look at them almost as a third party. So this is a very holistic type of practice and type of view, creating more positivity in your life. As you're getting these thoughts out on the page, as you're writing your story out, you can sit with it and say, how would I view this if I was reading this as a novel? Or if this was a page from my friend's notebook? Instead of judging yourself in the journey, it allows you to develop a new and a true voice. Journaling, it's about self-discovery, it's about self-love, and it actually causes your brain to process emotions. Monty Nito talks about journaling and says that it helps identify your triggers in eating disorder recovery and stressors. And it's a huge asset in your ability to gain confidence in yourself. It allows you to self-monitor while creating self-accountability. You can write down your goals. You can write down what it is that you're working towards. You can put quotes in there to help you along your path. There's no right way. And that's the fun thing, is that journaling in the morning, it can set your day and it can give you some positive intent before your eating disorder brain clouds it and jades it. You can sit with yourself. You can say, today, this is what I'm planning to do. This is what's on the agenda. This is my positive intent to do the right thing before that voice inside your head tells you not to. And journaling at night, it actually promotes a more restful sleep and it allows you to process all that you've done. It even allows you to get out shame, unforgiveness, or those negative feelings. Maya Angelou says this: there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. And sis, I couldn't agree more. So start small. Start today. I encourage you to find a cute blank notebook, and I encourage you to take 5 minutes today and future days to come to sit with you. What are you thinking about? What thoughts come up? What fears come up? What are your daily intentions today? Talk to God. Release those negative feelings. Write about your truths. Write about where you want to go. Write some things you're grateful for. Write about how hard it is right now. Write a letter to someone, a letter to yourself, your past self, your future self. Write your best self statement. If you're looking for some inspiration on what you can start with, go on out to our private Facebook community, Hope and Healing for Eating Disorder Recovery. I have got the Her Best Self Statement linked in the featured area. That will give you some inspiration. But sis, start spending time with your mind. Start releasing what's in your mind out on paper. Because I promise that if you have been stuck, if you have been feeling like there's so many different things that are inside of your mind that you're thinking and you're just not sure where to go next, the first step is to alleviate those thoughts. The first step is to rid your mind of all of those thoughts. Get them out on paper. What's true? What's not true? What's keeping you stuck? What's keeping you in fear? I believe that journaling is one of the best things that I did in my eating disorder recovery. And I still have all of my journals from my years of recovery. And today it is quite amazing to look back and reflect and read my journals. I can actually remember the feelings of writing on the pages from 15 plus years ago. And I can look now at that girl who was desperate for freedom, that girl that didn't believe it was possible. And I can hold her just like I'm holding you, friend, because I know what it's like to feel those feelings. And I know what it's like to find freedom from that place. Sis, if you're looking for a technique today to apply to your life, take 5 minutes, do it right now, and journal out what you're feeling, what you're scared of. There's no right way. Take a step and just do the thing. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now. Did you know that I offer one-on-one private recovery coaching for you? That's right. I have only got a few slots available left in the winter months this year. But I would love to have you come on out and fill out the client application. Sister, recovery coaching allows us to work one-on-one together, and I am in your ear. This is a place where you are going to find love and support and truth. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to show up. I'm going to hold you accountable so that you can show up for you. If you've been struggling, giving yourself permission to recover, giving yourself permission to eat, giving yourself permission to let go of those unhealthy beliefs and behaviors, and you feel like you should know what to do, but you don't know what to do at the same time, then believe me, I've been there, done that, and wish I had a coach during my recovery process. So that's why I do what I do, and I would love to help support you. Go on out to the website, lindsaynickel.com. I'll talk to you real soon, girl. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.